Hi, it's Cie. So I had a vlog post all ready to go for today, Monday, and then something happened this weekend and this morning that made me think instead of talking to you about things that I'm certain about and that I know to be so, I wanted to share with you something that I'm uncertain about because maybe you're uncertain about the same thing. 2019 has not been a great year for me with business, honestly, which is not something I would typically share, but being really open here this morning for a purpose. And I was talking to a couple of very dear people the other day about my concerns, and I guess a certain lack of confidence crept into the conversation. And one of them said to me, sometimes confidence starts with pretending that that's how you feel. That person reminded me what a choice I made when my father died. That was a number of years ago. He died at the very end of January. And for the entire month of February, I just could not get myself together. I tried to feel better, but I was having trouble getting there. And when March rolled around, I'm a big believer in new beginnings, so new months, new seasons, which today is a new season, new years, all of that sort of stuff. Um, when March rolled around, I said, you know what? Instead of waiting to feel better, I'm just going to start acting like I feel better, and maybe the feelings will follow. And that's, in fact, exactly what happened. And it also brings to mind the song from South Pacific, Whistle a Happy Tune, where she says, whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very plain to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. And so she too ends up feeling stronger because she put forward that she was stronger. So I am great at what I do. I know that. But sometimes when the success isn't following, I don't look to blame the system or other people. I don't want to sit there and say, well, it's really hard to be a creator of original content here in Hartford, Connecticut, while I'm hashtag making Hartford the new Hollywood. um, I'd rather look towards myself and the ways in which I am not making things happen. But the result of that has maybe been that I've forgotten what I know that I do well. I've forgotten the areas in which I am confident and should be confident. And so I am going to try and embrace the advice of those two dear people who reminded me how good I am at what I do, and that maybe I just need to believe it first and then let the rest come following along as it should. I want to just add one thing onto that. If you are struggling with something, whether it be confidence or whether it be something else, there's another thing that I've always believed, which is this, especially with a breakup. If your heart is breaking because you and someone else broke up, sometimes the hardest part about that is you thinking how sad it is that the two of you will never be together again. My brother has always said to me, my crystal ball is no better than your crystal ball. And what he means is neither one of us can see into the future. Sometimes, and I want to be really careful here, I'm not talking about doing something that's self-deceptive, because that's not a good place to be. But if you want to believe that you and that person will get back together again, if that helps you get through tomorrow and the next day and maybe next week, there's no harm in that. Because if you're being honest with yourself, if you're being available to the world around you, like in my available vlog, the vlog post I did about being available, then at some point you either will get back together again, and so great, there was no harm in believing it, or you won't, but you won't need to believe it anymore because you'll engage in your own process of restorativeness and repair and moving on. And then you'll be ready to walk away from that. And more importantly, to walk towards something new, something that is better for you, something that will help you to advance yourself in life by being a stronger, smarter person in relationships and maybe even in other ways. So If you need to believe that the person that you broke up with is going to someday find a way back to you, and that keeps you going for just a little bit, not in a self-deceptive way, but just a little bit until you're strong enough to start moving forward, then believe it. And if your confidence is lagging or success isn't exactly where you want it to be, and you need to believe in yourself and that success will come your way, then believe it. Because sometimes confidence starts with you making a choice to pretend you are confident. I wish you confidence and success, and I will see you again on Thursday.